We're about to take a look at some impossible optical illusions, bro. These illusions don't fool me. I've been to carnivals and stuff like that. They don't fool me. It might fool you guys, but it's not gonna fool me, you feel me? Hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and comment to let me know if you fell for any of these optical illusions. Let's get into it, man. Let's go. I'm excited, so let's get into it.
Today I'm gonna test over
Impossible
50
optical
impossible
illusions.
illusions.
Let's see if they look realistic, because he's gonna test them. So let's see. If you're drunk or high, you might fall for this.
If you walk on it, you might get sucked in.
That dude look crazy though. Damn, what?
So it's safe to walk on. Next is this kinetic motion machine. All you do is place the marble at the
that
top,
looked
and
real.
it drops down.
This is a cool gadget. I've seen this before.
And again, it can even take on multiple
but I heard
balls at once. And it looks like it
I
goes
forgot.
on
They said something about it was stopping. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Keeps it moving. Next, I have these 3 impossible fidget spinners. The first one is a stick figure spinner. But watch what happens when you spin it. The stick figure actually starts running. This next one shows a marble racing through a loop, and it actually looks like the marble is rolling. This one is a burning flame spinner, and the flame even looks like it's moving. This illusion is a toy that shoots a string
that was crazy.
And somehow it floats. And when you move your hand, it actually follows. This ball looks like it's floating, but once it stops spinning, you can see the ball is actually just attached to the spiral frame.
I'm pausing. That reminds me of the Fushigi ball back in the day. They were lying. Fushigi! I thought that ball was floating. This reminds me of that, even though it's like, obviously, not just the ball, but...
This next illusion is the tense gritty table, and it looks like it's magically holding itself up. But this table can actually hold stuff, like my phone, and even a hot cup of tea. This seems impossible, but if you look closely enough, the entire weight is held up by this string. This metal figure balances in a way that looks like it should fall. Even when I poke him,
that's kind of cool.
Let's try spinning him around. Wow,
that's cool. I like that.
But the real trick is that these 2 balls balance each other out, so he doesn't fall over. This next illusion might actually break your brain. Watch this.
Let me see.
So as the spiral illusion moves up and down, it looks like it's infinite, like it never actually ends.
Okay,
if you know how this one works? Comment below. This is a rainbow ball, but what makes it so satisfying is when you spin it, you get a super smooth motion with rainbow shimmer. It's simple but extremely
I can understand this, but
this wind spinner looks flat and boring.
Average.
But when you turn it, the shape unwinds to a perfect vertical rainbow wave.
That's cool.
It kind of looks like DNA from science class.
That's cool.
This looks like 6 circles, but when I turn it around, they magically turn into squares. Then when I flip it back, they're circles again.
Hell no.
Real? It just depends on how you look at it. I also got a giant circle one that can turn into a square, and a coffee mug version that does the same thing. This illusion looks like a star, but when you move it, it turns into a perfect circle.
So that's gotta be
but turn it around, and it becomes 2 circles. For this one, comment what you see. Do you see circles inside squares, or squares inside circles?
What?
Let me know in the comments. This next illusion is the letter A, but if I rotate it slightly, it becomes the letter B. And when I turn it back, it's an A again.
I mean, I can understand that.
The shape just lines up differently depending on your angle.
I
This
can
next illusion
understand
is a
that.
3D cube that looks like it's floating, because
That
the
looks
corners
hard.
don't connect,
What?
which looks illegal, but it turns out it's actually made from one single piece connected at different angles. This is the impossible staircase. It connects back to itself in a way that shouldn't be possible, but it turns out it's not connected at all. But it appears to be depending on how you look at it.
Oh yeah,
This is a
I guess that's
connected in the middle, which looks
that's all
confusing, and it
optical
kinda looks
illusions
like a light
are,
switch.
is about
But if I turn
angles.
it around, the middle part vanishes. That's because the middle part is hidden behind it, and to see the illusion, you have to look at it from a specific angle. This is a triangle that looks like it's connected in an impossible
crazy,
loop,
bro.
but it actually only looks this way from this exact spot, and you can see its true shape. This is the impossible slide, and if I place a ball at the top, it should roll down.
Yeah,
nothing happens.
it should roll down.
Watch what happens when I drop the ball at the bottom of the slide. It defies gravity and rolls up. This looks super confusing and should be impossible. But when I turn it to the side, you can see that the
that got me.
is
That
actually
got
flat.
me. I ain't gonna
Next
cap.
is this impossible bridge, and look what happens when I push this ball. It stops in the middle.
That's
this
crazy.
makes 0 sense until you change the
I would
angle
fall
you
for
look
half
at
of
it.
these.
And
I
you
thought
can
I
see
wouldn't.
The bridge is actually tilted, so the ball will always get stuck in the middle.
Damn.
This is the impossible climb. Now see what happens when I drop this ball at the bottom. It actually rolls up, which seems confusing, but just like the other illusions, if you shift your view slightly, the illusion breaks. This next
so
illusion
is this
involves a
okay?
spinning window.
Wow.
Let me know if you can see the illusion. This feels illegal to look at, but it
Most
turns
people
out
would
the
fall
shape
for
is
these,
actually a
though. I ain't gonna
trapezoid
cap.
and not a rectangle, so your brain tricks you. Right now, this arrow is pointing to the right, and if I
Right.
move it over, it should point to the left.
Okay. What the f?
Okay, let's try that
That's
again.
crazy.
So no matter how many times
That's
I turn
crazy,
it keeps
bro.
pointing in the same direction. That's because the arrow is actually shaped weird, and the angle tricks your brain. This looks like a normal Among Us character from behind.
Hell yeah.
But turn it around, and you see the rock's face. What the heck? This is a colorful
that was
glass
cool.
cube
That was
that's
cool.
really satisfying to look at because it changes colors depending on the angle you hold it. It's really only 3 colors: yellow, blue, and pink.
Okay.
These next illusions are basically 3D pictures, and I have 3 of them. The
That's-
first one
that
is a
looks
school
cool.
hallway, but
Damn.
you don't see the illusion until you look at it in a certain way. Comment below how long it took
That's
for you
crazy,
to see the
bro.
illusion.
That's
This
that's
next one
crazy.
is an art gallery with pictures hanging on the wall, and this one is a house on the beach with red chairs and clouds. Wow, not gonna lie, these are actually super trippy to look at.
They
Comment
are
below
trippy.
which one was your favorite. This looks like a coffee cup froze mid-spill, but it's actually a 3D printed illusion. The trick is the coffee part is heavy enough to hold up the cup, and it's all one solid piece that messes with your brain.
Okay.
This is a satisfying octagon fidget toy, and if you put your finger inside, the shape follows it as you move it around. Then when you lift it up,
That's
it
kinda
all
cool.
comes together in one smooth motion. This next illusion is a black and white pattern, and the black
I
and
hate
white
that.
shapes
Oh
mess
my
with
God,
your brain,
I-
when in reality,
that's
this illusion is
crazy.
just a flat
I hate
rectangle.
saying
Here's
that
a frog,
online.
and I'm gonna grab it. What the? You actually can't, because this is a 3D mirroscope that has mirrors inside the entire thing to bounce light to create a floating illusion. You just drop a small object inside, and somehow it
That's
appears
crazy.
to hover above the
Nah,
surface. You'll
hell
want to
no.
grab it, but your fingers go right through. These solid shapes look like they should never fit through these holes. But watch
Pause.
this. First the cone, then the pyramid, same trick. And finally
What?
this one with spiral threads. Still works. It doesn't matter which shape you use, they all pass through like magic, even upside down. This works because they're all 3D printed to line up perfectly. I also got
Whoa,
this massive one that
that's
looks
valid.
like a sculpture that's half human and half skull. This looks like a regular face, but when I move the camera, the face actually turns to follow
That's
you.
crazy.
Not gonna lie, that's a little creepy.
That
But
is
it
very
turns out the
creepy.
face is actually hollow, but your brain flips it inside out. Here's a ramp, and here's the
Your
ball.
brain
And
flips
watch what
it
happens
inside.
when
Okay.
I drop the ball at the bottom of the ramp. The
Like
ball
it's
looks
flat.
it's
Like,
rounded
I'm
up,
understanding
but
the
in reality,
concepts,
the
but
ramp is
damn,
tilted,
that's-
and it's just
oh,
carefully
no, it's
hidden by
tilted.
design.
Okay.
This is an impossible knot, and even when you turn it, it still messes with your brain. It's 3D printed to look wrong at almost every angle. This is an impossible triangle. From this angle, it looks like a perfect impossible loop, and if I turn it around, the illusion falls apart.
Okay.
This globe looks like it's magically floating in midair, which doesn't seem possible, but it actually is levitating. The trick is it's being held by hidden magnets, one on the top and one on the bottom. And now let's test out some easy, satisfying,
funny.
and impossible looking DIY illusions you could try at home when you're bored. For the first one, I'm going to show you how to make a 3D ladder. Step 1, fold the paper. Step 2, draw the shadows with a gray marker. Step 3, draw the actual ladder with a black marker at an angle. Step 4, draw the ladder steps. Step 5, draw the ladder's shadow steps lined up with the actual ladder. Then just fold it up and look at it from the right angle, and it should look like this.
That's crazy.
This is an impossible floating dice, and it looks like a magic trick.
I feel
but
like
it's
these
just an
floating
easy
dice,
illusion you can make at
that
home.
looks-
To make
okay,
it, all you need
okay,
to do
that
is
looks
print out
hard.
the template, cut down this line, and fold the shape like this. Then you can use a piece of tape to stick to your finger, so it looks like it's floating from this angle. This is the normal dollar bill.
This some
but the guy on
magician
it looks
shit,
happy,
I ain't
and
gonna
now
lie.
He looks sad. To make this, all you need to do is fold the bill in the middle of the guy's nose, and then again in the opposite direction of
In the
each
opposite
eye, and it
direction?
should look like this: tilted down and he's happy, and tilted up and he's sad.
Ah,
This is the
okay.
rock, and right now he looks good. But as soon as I turn him around, he looks like this. To make this, all I did was print out a picture of the rock, and then cut out a copy of his eyes and mouth,
Alright.
and place it upside down on the photo, which makes
Upside
him look
down.
really sus. But then when you turn it around,
Okay.
he looks completely normal. This is an impossible looking triangle made from Lego, and it looks like it's connected together in a loop that goes on forever.
I mean, that from
but
the
it only
angle,
looks
but
like that from
okay,
a certain
yeah,
angle.
yeah, I'm
All you
getting
need
the
is a couple Lego
concepts.
pieces and connect them together
getting
in a
it
shape like this.
from the
This is the
angles and
rotating
everything.
snake illusion,
Ooh.
and when you look
Ooh, I hate
closely at
that.
it, the circles appear to start spinning. The motion isn't real. Your brain just thinks it is because how the colors are shaped in place.
That's
This is a
crazy. It
dragon
really
illusion
works.
that's always
Oh my
looking at you.
God.
No matter where you go, left, right, down, up, it will not stop staring at you. The trick is the face is actually curved inwards, but your brain doesn't know that, so it looks like
That's
it turns.
crazy.
You can print this
Your
out,
brain
fold it
doesn't
at
know
home,
that.
and boom, you've got your own
That's
dragon
wild
at
how
home.
you can
And
trick
now
your
it's time
brain.
for the final and coolest and possible optical
Alright, let's
illusion.
see, let's
These
see.
noodles and fork look like they're magically floating in midair, but they're really not. There's actually half an orange hidden under the noodles
Half
with
an
two
orange.
chopsticks holding up the fork, but you can only see the noodles in the fork.
That's
not
crazy.
The secret set.
Man,
Comment
that's some
below which
cheating
illusion
shit.
broke your brain the most. Let me know what video I should make next. Thanks for watching.
That was a W video. I mean, obviously, any illusions or magician type stuff is all about distraction and angles and all that. We get all that, but damn, those were pretty good. A couple of them got me. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments which one got y'all because that was legit. I give it to. I love that video. I actually learned a few stuff there as well, especially with the $100 bill. That would be kind of cool to do. But I mean, it's not relevant. But damn. But we're on the road to 10K, guys. I really appreciate y'all for subscribing and checking out the videos. Hit that like button, obviously. Hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And comment which optical illusion got you the most because that was trippy. Anything that was just trippy. I'm still recovering right now. But I'll catch y'all on the next one.